Hey gang, I want to take some time and talk about game preservation today. We've seen the remake of Oblivion come out. We've seen today Breath of Fire 4 get released on GOG, part of their game preservation program. And I mean, Bases Loaded and Super Bases Loaded got released on Steam a few days ago. Game preservation is important. It's about preserving our history as gamers, and honestly, more games need to be preserved and re-released, whether it's remasters, remakes, or just updated so that we can play them on modern PCs and consoles, would be great. There's so many games throughout the ages it's been like 40, 50 years when you think about it. Gaming hasn't been around like super long. Well, I guess for you kids it seems like forever, but for us old people, it's only been our entire lives. Not that long. But there are all kinds of games that, could be returned and brought back. I would love to see more of the Breath of Fire series remastered or at least re-released. A Xenosaga trilogy would make my heart super happy. And there's all kinds of games from Super Nintendo, the NES era, and even PlayStation and PS2 that could do with some TLC so we can play them again. Sure, you can get a lot of them are on the console updates. Nintendo is doing fantastic things with the Virtual Console and bringing those games back, but game preservation as a whole is something that's just important for the history of not only the entire industry, but it's a good thing for aspiring game designers. They can go back and look at how we got to where we are today. They can look at the defining gameplay loops that have been around forever, and how they've either changed, adapted, or how they could be changed and adapted. And even then, they could be looking at current modern game design problems, and they could find answers by going back and playing some of gaming history. So there's all kinds of cases to be made for game preservation, and I love the fact that GOG has actively been doing it. It's part of the reason why they exist to begin with. But it's the fact that more and more companies are actually embracing this idea and doing re-releases. The price points we can talk about, because that's a different subject entirely, because some of the pricing is a bit absurd. But in this economy, I get it. Things cost more money. Labor and paying. You got to pay your designers, you pay your artists, you pay the musicians and the entire team who works on remastering these games. Absolutely. But boy howdy. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, more games need to be found, preserved, and given the tender love that they deserve. So I just wanted to talk about it while I was thinking about it, because as soon as I saw that Breath of Fire 4 was part of their game preservation and was released today, I picked it up. You can expect that I'm going to either stream it or I'm going to record it for here on YouTube. Either way, I'm going to play the shit out of it, just like I plan on playing the shit out of Second and 1 and 2, and Super Bases Loaded. I picked that up immediately. However they got the IP so that they can, bring that back and throw it up on Steam, makes me just super happy. And there's other things like Super Dodgeball is back out in the wild, I think, along with some other arcade classics, Double Dragon and the River City series. Like, this resurgence in classic IPs, I want to see more of it. Of course, I love new IPs, I love new games, I'm always playing them, but there are classics that I would love to see again, or new entries in their franchise if they can do it right. And that relates to the game preservation. You can't build on existing IPs if you haven't played the classics. So bringing back more of the classics and making them more widely available just seems like a good idea to me. What are some of the games that you would like to see brought back? What would you love to see preserved and released or remastered or remade? What is it? Put it in the comments. And if you want to get Breath of Fire 4 on GOG, I'll put that in the description, because everybody should be playing Breath of Fire 4 and 2. And a lot of those classic RPGs from the Super Nintendo and the PlayStation era. Go back and try to get your hands on them. Don't try to buy them, though. They're expensive. Retro gaming prices are absurd. But, if you can get it for a decent price, pick it up. And hopefully more of these games get preserved. All right, that's it from me. Okay, bye.